Hey folks, it's good to be back at the bench. Thanks everybody for stopping by and spending a little time with us. First of all, I want to say to any of my friends out there that are watching, or any viewers that I hadn't met yet, if you're in one of those areas where things are unsafe, please do what you can to get safe. I won't pretend to know what your situation is, but I don't believe anybody that's got the good sense to watch this channel would also not know how to take care of themselves in these kind of crazy times. I got a good friend up in Philly, and Kirsty's out in Chicago, and things in both places are terrible. My buddy Adam out in Nebraska, things are crazy out that way. So everybody just, you know what to do. Don't get caught in that situation where you become a statistic. If you're going to be a statistic, you want to be the rooftop Koreans of 1992. I was just telling some buddies of mine the other day that nobody's ever been more American than those Koreans in LA in '92. So if you gotta make a stand, be like those guys. Hey, let's jump right into the video. We talked last time about how we're going to increase our velocity, and we're going to do that by increasing our crimp. Got everything set up over here on the bench. I'll change views for you in just a second, get you pulled in there a little tighter, and see if we can show you what we're doing. But essentially, using the tapered crimp, we're going to pull that crimp down on top of that bullet a little bit deeper, and see if holding that bullet in the brass, in the casing, just a little bit more firm will allow that powder to burn a little bit longer, create that extra pressure that we need to get that extra velocity. So give me just a second, I'll get everybody moved around. We'll see you on the other side. Okay folks, we're back after I got the camera kind of adjusted around here. What we've got is we've got 4 cases, including the one in the press, all charged with 4.7 grains of unique. And what we're going to do is, I've already adjusted the die body down to form the crimp, and then of course we've got the seating stem here, and we're looking for 1.145 overall cartridge length. Now I went ahead and preset this, set the die body so that the crimping portion of the die body, the tapered crimp, will force the crimp deeper and lower onto the shell casing. I'm going to go ahead and seat this bullet. We'll see where we are overall case length, and then we'll look at what we're looking like on the crimp itself, and you guys tell me what you think. Certainly can feel more resistance than with the bullets that I've loaded in the past. We're going to pull this up here, and we are quite a bit long. That is 1.179. So we're going to have to come down with our seating stem. And I don't know if my camera will allow you to see. Let me see what we got there. The depth of the crimp. Okay, what we're looking at right there is about 89 thousandths is the depth of that crimp, leaving the diameter at the juncture at, instead of 3.8, which would be the maximum, or 0.38, which would be the maximum we should be able to get in our chamber, we're at 0.376 or 377. So obviously that's a little bit tighter than we had it before, which before was just barely perceptible to crimp. Let's go ahead and crank down on another one. Slide the shell casing in there and drop one of these 124 grain round nose 9mm projectiles on there, and we will seat this one as best we can. See how long we are. We'll rotate it, kind of get a, make sure we got some poor man's concentricity there. Our overall case length is a little bit long. We're at 1.160. I like it a little bit deeper. So let's go a little bit deeper. We're looking for 1.145. And I'll show you in a minute how I marked. That took almost 10 thousandths up. So let's come down. We want to get about 5 or 6 more thousandths. Try to get as close. That's pretty close right there. That's 1.1. Well, where am I at? 1.146. And that should do okay. Now what I'm finding is on this I'm a little bit less this time. Where I was about 89 thousandths, this time I was at about 76 thousandths. But that is still significantly tighter than we were before. And we will check these other two cases, which are filled with 4.7 grains, and see where we are on average as far as our the depth of our crimp. And see how true we're holding on our overall case or whole overall cartridge length. Overall cartridge length's good. That was 1.142. At the chamber mouth, we are 1.177. And the depth of the crimp, as best I can tell on this one, it really didn't make much of a mark this time, was about 80 thousandths. So we're showing a little bit of consistency there, so I'm excited about that. We're going to do one more for you, and the next time you see me, I will be on the range shooting these over the chronograph, and by then I will have all 4 of our previous loadings, 4.7, 4.8, 4.9, and 5.0, all set to these new dimensions. And I will tell you this, folks, if that one set a little deeper, that was at that one's at 1.140, 1.41, 1.141. So it's a little bit deeper. I'm trying to keep that consistent because I know that can change the pressures also. The diameter is 0.377 again, and that one's a little tighter, or that one wasn't quite as deep. Looking like about 0.75 or 75 thousandths, but I think we're closer. We're certainly getting more. We're certainly getting more crimp, and I'm looking forward to seeing how that's going to produce better results on the range. Thanks for sticking around. We'll see you when we get out on the range. Hey folks, how's everybody? I hope everybody's staying safe amidst all this craziness. I know I got friends out in Nebraska and Chicago and up near Philly and New Jersey that have really been real close to a lot of the looting. Very, very scary situation. Hope everybody's staying safe. Defend that Second Amendment. It'll defend you. We got everything loaded up. We got 4.7, 4.8, 4.9, and 5.0 grains of unique powder. And the only difference that we had over this time versus last time is we have increased that crimp rather significantly. So we're going to be looking for some velocity jumps, and we're just going to get right to the range. We are shooting on a little different piece of the property today. Same 20 yards we shot last time as far as distance. Let's jump right in and see how these new loads perform. Well, there he is. That's my dog Mauser. I've been getting a little bit of grief that he hadn't made the show, and so look up here. So we're gonna, well, we were gonna show him off a little bit. There he is. Mauser, sit. We're gonna show him off a little bit if we can. Sit. That's a good boy. That's my dog Mauser. He goes with me just about everywhere, and I promised I'd get him on the show, so now y'all see what I got. Okay, folks, let's wrap this 9mm reloading series up for a little bit. I'll jump right to the chase. We're going to have to circle back to this. I know I'm starting to bore some people. And we reloaded everything with the bigger crimp, and we got absolutely no change. The change that we did see was so minor as to be negligible. Probably could just be written off. Maybe even the atmospheric changes. We got pretty reasonable accuracy. Either I'm learning to shoot a little better. That was the 4.7, 4.8, 4.9 really came in there, and 5.0 was pretty doggone good. But the velocities still just aren't there. Really, the only thing that I know to do after having consulted everybody I know is increase the seating depth of the bullet. I'm sure nobody wants to see that right now. We're going to jump in and do some fun stuff. Jump right on back on our 308 series. Start load development for that. It won't be long before fall will come around. Everybody's going to want to get into deer woods. So we're going to work on our 308 series a little bit. We might shoot some homemade gelatin. We got some fun stuff out there. Certainly got some interviews planned. We're still working out some logistics on that. So I'm going to wrap this up by calling this. I like what happened. I learned a lot over this series. I guess that's one of the things that happens when you're following you know, a rookie, not only rookie YouTuber, but a rookie reloader. I learned a lot. Learned a lot about making videos. Learned a little bit about reloading, maybe, and I hope you did. We're gonna keep the show going. I'm having a lot of fun. I know a few of you are enjoying it, and hope that'll continue to grow. Speaking of which, ran into a couple guys on Instagram. Seem to be real solid characters. They're just getting started in the YouTube gun game, and just like in the rest of the world, the YouTube gun guys got to stick together. You know, 2A supporters around the nation. We got to stick together. These are trying times, and it's no time to become an island. So their show's called Your Average Joes. Seem to be real quality guys. Talked to them for a while on Instagram. I'm going to leave a link down below for their channel in the description. Please go out and support these guys. I know they would appreciate it. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you're new to the channel, if you're finding anything of value. We definitely want to add some value to the show, or to your watch time. I mean, I know you can watch 100 other gun shows, but we're going to continue to try to learn a little bit more about reloading and a whole lot more about making videos. And I hope you'll stick around. And if you do, I'll see you on the next one.